Alright, so here we are in the interior of the home. We're going to start here in the living room of this particular home, and let's start with the front door here. So, we want to just check and see the operation is what it's supposed to do. The door opens, it closes, it catches, it functions as designed. Things like that, even if it operates fine, we want to just note this in our evaluation. If anything down the road or not, something were to get out of whack, we can at least say that when we were here on this day that everything operated fine. So this particular door is operating fine. We'll go to the windows. We want to just check the operation of the window. Does the window open? This particular window opens, it stays open on its own, it closes and it locks. This particular window functions as designed. We can basically do that throughout the rest of the home, and if it doesn't operate like that, obviously note it. It might just need a simple fix to it, or the window would have to be replaced. If there's blinds also, these blinds operate as they're supposed to. We note that in the report as well. The outlet to the next thing. This one doesn't have a light fixture in the ceiling, so the next one we go to, we'll check that. Obviously, you want to make sure it operates as designed, whether it's ceiling fan, light fixture, anything like that. So these outlets, I can tell, are not grounded. So I normally have an electrical tester here that tests GFI to make sure things are grounded and that they reset. This particular home looks like it's an older home. Nothing was grounded here. So I'll use my other tool that just tells you if things are hot, and we can go around and basically just see if the outlets themselves are working. So this is a hot outlet, this works, that outlet functions as designed. You do that so on and so forth around for all the other outlets to make sure they operate as designed. And that's what these are doing here. Again, I won't check every single outlet, but that's typically what we would do here. The rest of this room, we would look at any kind of defects if there was on the floor, if there was any kind of bubbling, cracking, if the stain was off, or obviously if there was carpet. We can show that upstairs in the bedrooms if it's discolored. Look at the ceilings. There's a small hairline crack that's above my head here. It looks like it's been repaired over time. Maybe there was an old plumbing leak. I know the bathroom is above my head. So things like that we want to take a look at and note, obviously, if we see anything like that. Smoke detector. We want to check these and see if it needs to work. This is actually not working, so this would be a battery that would need to be replaced here. So we would obviously note that it's here, it's installed, it's just not operating the way it's supposed to, and we need to install the battery. Moving into the dining room, it's kind of more the same we did in the living room. Obviously we're going to want to check the windows, make sure they operate as designed. Here's a switch, the light above my head is working as designed. And then here is the thermostat here. We can see that this is obviously working. The display is a little messed up, but as we turn it down here, we can check the system and see that it's actually is blowing. I don't know if we can hear that on the video, but that is kicked on. You can see the vents here is blowing up the air, and that air conditioning unit is functioning as designed. Moving into the kitchen, we're going to check more of the same here. Like I said, we'll go around and check the outlets as we did before, make sure they are hot as they're supposed to. This outlet is hot. Again, we'll check the windows as they're supposed to. Do they open, they close, they lock as designed. This seems to be an old vent from, obviously the home is old, so we can note here that maybe they would want to remove this or kind of do away with it, because on the outside a lot of times they just make for homes for squirrels and stuff like that. Kitchens are also big for, we want to be able to make sure the fire extinguisher is intact. If it's not, again, note it. Either way, we're just noting everything, whether they're there, they're not, and things like that. Now this water is actually turned off in the home. This is something we want to check. We want to check the fixture, see if there's any leaks around here, and then we would open up down below, take a look at the trap, and we want to make sure that it wasn't leaking from down below. Again, this water is actually turned off at this home, so again, we'll note in our evaluation report that we could not test the water, couldn't test the fixtures, and we do not know the state of them. We'll check the appliances as well, make sure everything turns on here, so you basically just go around and check all the burners on here, turn the stove on, and just make sure that everything operates as designed, and we will take a look at that as well. This fridge doesn't seem to be plugged in. So we can basically note that we did not test it and things like that. I can feel these getting hot, so I can note that this stove functions as designed. Alright, we can make our way, let me grab my tools here. We'll make our way up to, this does not have a smoke detector. Again, we're noting that this room also needs a smoke detector. We'll make our way to the upstairs here. Again, checking things like safety. This has carpet on the stairs. If the carpet was bunched up or torn, we want to note that, that's a trip hazard and look into that. Has a sturdy handrail, goes all the way up as it's supposed to. And up here in the hallway, the light fixture operates as it's supposed to. Has a carbon monoxide and a smoke detector, as every hallway outside of bedrooms is supposed to have. We want to test this. Make sure it operates. It looks like this thing might need a battery as well. Oh, no, that's working just fine. Again, into the bedroom here. Again, we'll check the carpets, like the hardwood downstairs. We'll check for any kind of imperfections or anything that's going to be noted that we could pass on to the owner and say that, might need a replacement, things like that. This particular bedroom seems to be okay. The carpet's a little discolored here. Maybe look into like cleaning or shampooing or things like that. Again, on top of that, we're looking for more of the same. We're testing the outlets here. This is how it operates. We're going to check the windows. See, this door sticks here now. This door does not operate as it's supposed to. So we can note that this door has something that's settled, or it might need a little bit of trimming that needs to be done on that. The smoke detector in every bedroom is required. So this one has one. Just hold there, test that. If it doesn't operate, then there could be a battery is in need of replacement for this particular unit. That's what's probably the case here. This door again, just checking it. It's a little tight. It does close. This door, we can just kind of note that it does need a little minor maintenance required to take a look at that door. Pretty much the same for these other two bedrooms. We're going to check the fixtures, check the outlets, the windows, and the condition of the floor and the walls. See what would need to be noted here. Into the bathroom. Again, like I said, the water is turned off, so we cannot test the operation of the fixture, nor can we test the operation of the trap, see if it leaks. We're going to want to check all the diverters and the valves in the shower, make sure the shower head works and everything fills up there. Also note if anything caulking needs to be done or anything that would possibly cause a leak or things like that. This has a couple handicap bars in here. Make sure they're secure, if it has stuff like that. Obviously the toilet. This water's turned off, but we would check that, make sure it actually fills up and things like that. This has a light bulb that's missing, we have to replace that. Has a towel bar and toilet paper holder, things like that. Now the electric is working here, so this one is grounded. Everything needs to have a GFI that's next to water. Same with the kitchens down below. So this is correct as it's supposed to be, and it resets as it's supposed to. This GFI is up to code. If this has a skylight up here, like this window, this looks like it had the old skylight, but they put some sort of storm window over top of that. We're going to want to note that. If it didn't have it on there, make sure the operation of the window opens and closes as it's supposed to. So that'll do it for the upstairs of the home. Like I said, obviously if there's more than 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms, we would pretty much just duplicate the processes over and as many times as we needed. Same with the bathrooms. We basically check the operation of the bathrooms as well.